Greetings and welcome to my live. Today I'm going to be planting sweet potatoes. So I'm doing two different varieties. I'm doing a regular sweet potato and I'm doing a purple sweet potato. That I rooted from some cuttings. And I'm going to be dropping this first batch in this plot you see before you. So let's get to it. So this is the bed that I cleared, and before I drop them, I want to kind of get up any weeds that I didn't quite get the first time. You know, that may still be rooted in the base. I dropped some compost tea in this bed yesterday just to help stimulate some more soil life. The soil in this bed is pretty good, but just add some. Just was adding some extra, and I wanted to put back some organic matter into the soil since I'm taking away some organic matter. Just kind of breaking up the soil a little bit, even though I already have broke it up. Just kind of going over it again, making sure I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna drop these in here now. I don't even know how many slips I got, but I did propagate these from cuttings, and I was the reason why they stayed in here so long is because I was giving myself time to clear out this bed. Now they're kind of stuck. Great. All right, let's get some water. So I put a whole bunch more water in there. I'm gonna do some shaking. See if I can flex these up out of here without breaking anything. And see how good my skills is. Oh, I made it. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna take my time. Find the ones on the outside. Ooh, that one just fell. So we got one. So, lesson learned, don't do this. But if you do this, this is what you do. So I'm gonna unfurl the bottom. Squirrels playing in the morning. So, 2, 3. Oh. Voila. Like a boss. Boom. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold up. 8. 11 slips in there. And look at those roots. So, we're going to have some pretty good success when it comes to transplanting. The more roots, the better. What do I do? Put the long ones together, the short ones. Like that. All right. So, if I pack them as tight as I want, there's some things about doing 3 to a roll. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. 1, 2, 3. That's 12. So I only got 11 slips. But don't worry. I got some whole slips. Fill this whole bed up with this variety of sweet potatoes. So, because of the angle of this camera, I don't think you can see what I'm doing exactly inside the bed. Let's go like this here. So, making these little dips, right? And I'm gonna put the sweet potato slips in my hand in there. Push it up. And let me go for stove. Turn it. Okay. My bad, y'all. I ain't got my tripod. Even before I just put them in there, I still like to lay stuff out, just in case I change my mind on the way. I think this one is a bit, I think I got a shorter one that I like better, like this one. Oh, these two are nice too. Boom, boom, boom. This is long. I could actually cut this and make this 1 out of 2. One, two. that the soil is a little compact, a little bit deeper in this bed. So I'm kind of digging this thing. Break it up a little bit. That's how I got them laid out. And the little makeshift holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could use like 4 more. I got 1 more of that same variety. Get this right here. There we go. So this was a purple sweet potato I had in my other bed, but I really wanted it in a bed, all the same variety. But I had so many cuttings, I had to go ahead and get it in the ground. But we can put it over here with these. And I'm just gonna cover these up with some dirt. Let me show you how I do that. It's real easy. Real easy. Easy as pie. So I got the hole about the depth of the root system, and I could just cover this weed. Let me pull this out of here and cover this. I want this to kind of more lean this way, so I'm gonna just shift it. Rounding up this other one. Come on, let's do another one. Got it in there. Matter of fact, I want this one to kind of be like that. Stick it a little deeper. Let me put it in there. And so now we'll cover it up. Boom. Boom. Here we go with the next one. Kind of stick that in there. Sorry, some sweat dropped on the screen and this other thing popped up. Okay. Booyah. So that's just how you cover the sweet potatoes up, and then you can orientate them to whichever way you desire. I like these like that because as they sprawl out, it'll fill up the whole bed. So I'm gonna cover up the rest of those. as well. That's why you may see me tend to step. Sometimes I don't, or I act like I can't. Because most of the time I really don't want to step in here, but sometimes you have no choice. You try to keep foot traffic out your bed where you're growing your fruits and vegetables and things. Because again, you don't want to smush all those millions of microorganisms that you step on in 1 square foot that you work so hard to build up and maintain in your soil. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta do it. So now, what would be great if I had some mulch, but I do not at the moment. I'll have some. So I'm gonna water this in. Water gets in really good. And over time, I'm gonna fill up this bed with extra soil, building it up, building it up. Because I know it's kind of sunken a little bit. I want to soak this really good. Looks like it's going to be another hot day today. It's a beautiful day. It looks like it's going to be a hot day. Alright. I'm going to leave that for a few, let it soak in. I'm going to start on these regular sweet potatoes. I gotta see where I'm gonna post y'all up at, cause I'm gonna put them right here. Up, I gotta put my hose in there. Hold on. Put my irrigation hose up in there. I ain't gonna be getting no irrigation. These are just the pins that you scan to keep the hose down. Alright, so want one.
Everybody's getting some water, and we're hitting almost every part of the bed. Boom. So this one, we're gonna do the regular sweet potato. Okay, hold on there. Okay. I got it. Damn. All right.
Here we go with the regular sweet potato. Put it in this bag. And we're going to. Okay. So this is the hose for this one. Got 5 of these. All right, y'all. Got another sweet potato. We got 6. This one I had in the bag. All right, y'all. I back. Had to pick up this sweet potato here. Trying to make sure this is the same variety. But this is not the same one. It's that one. But we're gonna work it out. Hold on. Because I got another variety too. Anyway. And so we're gonna pretty much do the same thing. And I don't have enough to fill up this bed, but we're gonna propagate at the same time. So that in about a week with the cuttings or the slips, I can come back with even more and fill up the rest of the bed. Basically with the same plants without having to buy more. This one's grown really long, so I'm definitely going to propagate that one. I did drop some compost tea in this bed as well over the last few days, ever since I cleared it. And simply because I'm taking organic matter off the beds, like the grasses and stuff. And I wanted to put something back immediately because I knew I couldn't put those grasses right back. So, put some compost tea in here. Isn't being used and it isn't being tended to, so I'm gonna do it, and it's a win-win for everybody. At the same time, the soil's not super horrible. Not super horrible, but I still use some TLC. That's what we're here for. There's like literally no worms in this bed. The other bed I had, I mean, worm after worm after worm. This one, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still see life in here, but I don't see the worms. Got 6 slips. I'm gonna make 6 holes. Again, I cannot fill up this whole bed without counting slips. But that's okay, because we're gonna also make slips. I'm sorry, make additional sweet potato plants from cuttings. Let me show y'all what I did in the holes. So same thing. Hi, Tiana. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, KD, not K11. What's up?
right, back to my makeshift tripod stand here. So let's get these sweet potatoes. You see this sun coming around this character? That's getting this. Oh, I'm trying to get you. Oh, you can see. Can you? Okay. Okay. Sun is coming. I gotta get them moving. All right. Even though I made the holes already. Hey, these connected. Check this out, yo. Hold on, let me try the angle. It's the sun. I got a baby sweet potato on that one. Don't think you can see it that good. Oh my God, hold on. That ain't it. Because I have had these in the container for quite some time because I was propagating them and giving them to people. So I could see how I grew a little sweet potato in there. That's cute. Okay. Boom. So when I put these in the ground, I am going to break up the bottom a bit. Same thing with this one. And just in case you wanted to know what type of sweet potato it was, I got it from Walmart. No big deal. Booyah. Okay. So let's get these in the ground. Okay, it's working, it's working. And that's the same type of sweet potato as these, because I propagated this one from these. Oh. This was good. And I'm gonna propagate these because they're so super long. And yeah. Boom. Boom. And again, I know I dug the holes and it ain't but 6 of these. I still like to just lay them there. And you'll notice that. You see me gardening. Lay them there. And just before I put them in. Ooh, I can actually split this one into 2. I got a little potato already. God darn. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to transplant it, and I ended up having a little baby potato, but it wasn't gonna make it. Let me show you right quick. It wasn't gonna make it because it's like it got root rot right there. God, this is such a horrible angle with the sun. See that? It wasn't gonna make it. And I believe it's because that bag stayed wet too long. I don't think I poked no holes in it. So anyway, we're going to bust that into 2 because it can. Let me show you. See? So I actually got 2 plants from the one, this long one, and then this shorter one here. And so I'm just gonna go like this with that one, and same thing with that one. Boom. And I'll just keep this for memories. No, I'm gonna compost this. And yeah, we're gonna drop this. Let's go. The unexpected finds. Those are always nice. Nice and exciting. Bam. Got it.
7. See how that changed just like that? Now I got 7 plants instead of 6 plants. Make this go right here. So I like how it's looking. Looks good. Now I'm gonna just push sand over them, mound them a little bit, and that's it. Oh, I'm gonna break up the bottom just a little bit, and then we're gonna cover it. Break up the bottom a little bit. Dirt over it. Wow. This one is the one I'll be at the table. Basically, ready. Boom. Break up the bottom. Boom. Break up the bottom. I'm gonna leave this one with the little sweet potato on it. And push the dirt up around it. Boom. Last one. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Yep. Dirt over it. I need to put some holes in this bag. Oh, you know what? Remember this other potato I told you that is not the same as this one. So let me show you. So see that how that one has like a red tinted vein? These do not. They pretty much look like the same. And you can mistakenly just think they're the same. But if you look closer at the base, yeah, these do not have a red vein. No matter how far down you go, the veins are green. Just to show you how I realized the difference. All right, so we're gonna propagate because I'm not buying any more sweet potato to put in this bed, but it's gonna be full like I did. You heard me? So this is a purple sweet potato. I don't know the name of it. I just named it the Korean purple sweet potato simply because there was a lady from Korea that used to garden here, and when she left this potato, and I've heard from quite a few sources that it's really good. So when I go into deeper research on it, I will let you all know. But for now, I'm gonna put that one in there. Let's propagate. So, station here. You can have a few different types of containers. This isn't the only one, but this is the one that I like. This is one of my vases that
have flowers in. Oh, let me pull this in the bed actually. I can water the bed with this. And I like this bigger vase for like long sweet potato slips. I don't really like to let the sweet potato slips get long if I know I'm going to propagate them, because they tend to struggle being in smaller vessels with a long vine. Sometimes they fall out, you know, that type of thing. So these type of sweet potato are, you can see I need some water in that. But anyway, you can use a bottle. When they're kind of about this short, that's not really that long. Some of the ones I had in that vase were really long. They could have been like, I don't know, 17, 18 inches, 20 inches, maybe even 2 feet. And when you kind of get them that long, I mean, you don't have to, but I like the results that I get when they're at a certain length. I can almost guarantee each time when I propagate that they're gonna root and I'm gonna have success. But it's not the end all be all, just so you know. I need to put some water in that. But you can use a bottle. So it's almost like you're getting a little mini lesson in hydroponics, or passive hydroponics, like a crack key system in a sense. I usually tend to like to fill this up about there, just for it's all the way full. We're gonna propagate these sweet potato slips. Now I got the big one because the slips are long, and again, I didn't want to let them get that long, but that's what it is right now. Okay, so I'm definitely propagating this one right here. Let's see where we want to do it at. You can see I already propagated this one before, here and here. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it here, all the way down to the nub here. You can use the scissors or whatever you have. That's what I got right now. Boom. I'm gonna take this slip or this cutting, and I'm gonna take, let's see here. I like to leave, sometimes these longer ones can be a little tricky. I'm gonna at least try to leave 2 to 3 on the end. I think these last two will do it. Bust these off here on the end. So I'm breaking these off. I could drop that in there like that. You see how that's more room for this longer vine to be in here, and you don't have to worry about it blowing out because the vessel is too small. Now, and then I can put a lot in there, just like I did with these purple sweet potatoes, and I have the capacity to hold more cuttings. All right, so this one, since I see it's a little yellow right there, I'm not gonna take this one all. I mean, I could take it all the way down to here. I could take it all the way down to there. But you know what? I'm gonna leave a little something for the plant. I never like to take it all. Boom. See what's left? Bam. All right. So again, you take these bottoms off, because down here where each one of these little nodules at, it's gonna root. Try to be as gentle as I can. I don't want to break my cutting. Hold on. Boom. Boom. And I just simply don't want to break my cutting that I just worked so hard to get. So I'm gonna slip this down in there. You see how that goes? Like, you see how it's so long? Then I can just kind of go like that. You don't get to do that in a little small bottle. Okay, this is a nice healthy one. We are going to stop that show. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna take this down to the bottom. All right, here we go. Breaking the bottom leaves off. At least a good, because the slips, well, this slip isn't particularly super long. So I'm gonna have it like this. Let me drop it in there. And it's not gonna take these that long to root. Sweet potatoes root pretty fast. Okay. I'll drop that there for now. Okay, that one ain't got nothing for us to take. That one has nothing for us to take. This one got a little something, something. We can take a little something. About right there. Bam. Bam. Done. Okay. Taking those few off the bottom there. Dropping that in there. I'll rinse that off right quick. Okay. This one. Now, there's a couple of ways I can go about this. Okay. I'm gonna take this one here. Okay. Boom. Got that one. And then we're gonna take this one here. Oh. Boom. Got another long piece. So you can see how long it is in ratio to that one. Okay. And I could, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna give the plant some time to regenerate. We're gonna break off these ends. Hold on. So I'm breaking off the ends of these sweet potato plants. Breaking off the lower leaves. Because what happens is if you put them in the water as is, they're just gonna like turn to mush and make the water muckier sooner than you would like. So, boom. So that's how much of the bottom layer I took off. So, sorry y'all, I got this thing in my hand. I usually have my tripod. All right, so when you have a super long vine like this, you get to go like this in there. La, 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 la. Sometimes you gotta play with them when they that long. All right, boom. Gonna take those, put them right there. Or you can compost them. You can leave it there as mulch. Either is fine. So I'm gonna keep this same tag with the same variety of sweet potato. So that's how we looking. Final result. And we have propagations to make additional sweet potato plants to fill up the remainder of the bed. And so last but not least, we water and we'll be done with that one. Great. The kinks. The mighty kinks. Then I did say I was going to come back to these and water these in again really well. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope their day is off to a great start. And you're enjoying yourself. Thank you for everyone who watched. And thank you to everyone who commented. Thank y'all for taking time out y'all day to see what I'm up to. Got the little birdie over there. All right, one more hit for them. And then I'm done watering. Just want to make sure they're in good, watered in well. South Florida soil can sometimes be, you know, a pain to get moist. And sometimes you can just wet it and you'll only get the top, you know, like the first maybe inch or two. Let that soak in. Yum. Last thing, I'm gonna put this irrigation in. Line it up, kind of like how I did this one. And that's how we looking. It's a little bit different from this one. But the object is to kind of get the whole of the bed, and it kind of reaches. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching me in the garden this morning. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace. Okay, hold on. How do I even stop this thing? Ah, there it is.